Hey guys, so I wasn't able to film an intro, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Right now I am color correcting using my Ruby Kisses 3D face creator. I got it from my local beauty supply store, and I'm just using that to color correct any darkness that may be on my face, such as my chin area, underneath my eyes, and along my cheeks. I am using a fading cream, so I will be doing an updated skincare routine so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm using on my skin. But this is pretty much me barefaced. And I'm just blending that out with a damp beauty blender sponge, and I'm just going to apply a little bit more underneath the eyes just so that I can have a little bit of coverage. That way I don't have to use a lot of concealer. And once again, just blending that out with my dampened beauty blender. And then next I'm going to be taking the MAC Match Master Foundation and the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and I'm going to be mixing the two together. I really like the color that it gives as well as the coverage, and I'm going to just be dotting that all over my face. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender spray with a little bit of my Evian facial spray, and I'm going to just bounce that right into my skin. And once again, this is a damp beauty blender sponge. Making sure to hit under my chin area. I know a lot of people have said before, my face has always been lighter than my neck, as you could tell with me not having on any makeup. My face and my chest match, but just not my neck. I don't know why it's like that, but it is what it is. So I'm just taking that color corrector again and just going over any areas that need a little bit more coverage, because I wasn't really going for a full coverage look. So just blending that out. Now I'm going to be taking the Maxi BB creams in the shades 1 and 2, and I'm going to be using that to highlight. I'm starting off by using my finger, going into the areas that I want to bring forth where the light naturally hits my face. Then going in and blending it out very well with the dampened beauty blender sponge. I cannot emphasize how important it is to use a dampened beauty blender. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, but as long as it's got a little bit of dampness to it, it really allows your makeup to blend seamlessly. It is just absolutely gorgeous how well it blends when it's dampened. And I'm going to be going underneath the eyes, building up as I go. I'm going to be going down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my cupid's bow, right under my lip to my chin area, just making sure that those areas blend in well with my foundation. And I'm going to be going back in with the more rounder side of my beauty blender sponge and making sure that those areas are blended in with my foundation. And just adding a little bit more, because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to doing my makeup. And I've noticed that like right under my lip is really dark, so I've been highlighting underneath that area just so that it can kind of come forth in the light, because I don't like that sunken in look underneath my lip. It just looks weird. I don't like it. So now I'm going to be taking my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm going to be taking a dry Real Techniques blending sponge. I think it's called the complexion sponge or something like that. And I'm going to be packing that onto the areas where I've highlighted with the Maxi BB cream. And when I'm going for looks like this, I really like to go for full coverage, especially with my concealer. And the trick to getting it not to crease is that I don't stretch my eyes, or at least I try not to. I try to keep my face as stone still as possible, so that way it doesn't settle into the lines and cause any creasing. and I'm just going to be hitting those areas. And then I'm also going to be taking my my Midnight Topaz powder. I'm going to be using that to highlight as well. Now I'm taking another Ruby Kisses 3D face creator, and I'm taking a darker shade, and I'm going to be using that to contour. And I'm going to be just setting those areas where I want light to recede, or where light naturally recedes. And I'm going to be using that to kind of give a little bit more warmth to my face, as well as balance out my face, because my face isn't all one color. I'm going to be taking that down the sides of my nose, and don't worry, we're going to blend all of that so it'll be nice and seamless. And then I'm just going to be taking my Beauty Blender sponge and blending that out ever so lightly. Once again, that Beauty Blender is damp. Especially when you're working with cream products, you want to make sure that your Beauty Blender is damp, because it's going to help those creams to really blend into your skin. And I like to use my finger because it warms up the product a little bit. So yeah, just going back over the areas where I've highlighted. And now moving on to the eyes. I'm going to be priming and setting my eyes with the Benefit Stay Don't Stray, and then I'm using just a cool taupe color from my Stila Eyes Are the Window palette. Going to be going in with a transitional shade. I believe this shade is Morocco from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now I'm going to be taking this is Plaid from ColourPop, and I'm going to be placing that into my crease. I don't think my camera really shows that it's a green. It's like a dark green color with a little bit of sparkle to it, but I think on camera it kind of just looks black, but it's definitely green. And I'm just going to be adding that into my crease area. Now I'm taking this Absolute, it's like a foiled shadow. I got it from my local beauty supply store, and it's kind of like a white cream shade. I'm going to be placing that on my eyelids to kind of give it a little bit of, pop of color or whatnot. And then going back in with Plaid from ColourPop and just going to be deepening up my crease. And then taking that blending sponge, this is a clean one, and then I'm going to just be blending everything out using that brush. Now I'm just going to be taking Plaid and going on the lower lash line of my eye. Just to kind of smoke it out just a teeny tiny bit. Now I'm just taking my black liner and lining the top of my eyelash, because I didn't want a wing liner. I just wanted something really minute. I think the eyes are doing enough. And then I'm going to be lining my waterline as well. And I'm also going to be tight lining a little bit, so that way I have some at the top. Taking my little black primer from Estee Lauder, I'm going to be adding some mascara to my lashes. And now moving back to my face, I'm just going to be dusting away any excess from the Sacha Buttercup. And then I'm going to take my Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder. It doesn't really have much color to it, but I'm just using that just to blend everything out. And then I'm going to go in with my bronzer, which is the CoverGirl bronzer. And I'm just going to hit the hollows of my cheeks, around the perimeter of my face, and down the sides of my nose. Pretty much everywhere where I've used the contour shade. And that's pretty much it as far as my face is concerned. I didn't get a chance to film. I was actually in a rush, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I do for my face. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.